Hello and welcome to today's social studies lesson. So first of all guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. And when you're ready guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. Next we can do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And let's begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. Back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. And then back down to touch your toes once more. And then stand up straight, guys. Have a shake. Arms and legs, shake it out. Shake it out. And now we can do some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. Now for some stretches. Let's do 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. And then we can take our right hand and find our left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And then shake it out one more time, guys. Arms and legs, shake it out. And to finish, we can do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So welcome to today's social studies lesson. And we're going to begin with a recap of the previous lesson. Now, who can remember what we learnt about in the previous social studies lesson, guys? Excellent, Prao. Very well spoken. We learnt about changes to the natural environment. And the natural environment are all the natural settings that surround us, such as fields, rivers, waterfalls. Anything that occurs in nature is part of the natural environment. So let's write that phrase on the board first. Changes is C-H-A-N-G-E-S. 2 and the T-H-E. And then natural is spelled N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Environment. E-N-V-I-R-O-N-M-E-N-T. Quite a long phrase. So let's say it all together, guys. We've got changes to the natural environment. Yes, and there was 2 distinct types of changes. Can anybody remember some of the different changes that we might encounter? Any ideas of when the weather might do something to change the natural environment? Rain. Yes, rain, lots of rain can cause something called landslides. Yes, landslides occur when we get lots of rain in a short space of time. Maybe in 1 hour, we get like 10 inches of rain. And then what can happen then is the ground can get swollen and swallowed by the water, and it can take the land away. That's what we mean by landslides. So let's write that phrase on the board too. Landslides is L-A-N-D-S-L-I-D-E-S. And landslides occur because of rain. So well done, guys. Well remembered. Now, how about something that causes the earth to move and shake? A volcano is similar. A volcano causes the lava to erupt, and that's one. So we'll put that one too. Volcano. If a volcano erupts and all of the lava comes out the top, that will change the natural environment. But the thing that causes the earth to move and shake, has anybody ever heard of earthquake? An earthquake, yes. Has anybody ever been in an earthquake? Ever experienced one? There was one in Chiang Mai, about 5 or 6 years ago, where the roads all moved and everything was moving. You guys may be too young to remember, but earthquake is another one. So far, guys, we've got landslides, rain, volcano, and earthquakes. And think about other changes to the natural environment. Maybe what happens to the air when it's dirty, if we get lots of smoke? Air pollution. Excellent. Well done, Pak Bung. Air pollution comes from cars and factories. When we have too much smoke in one place, the air gets dirty, and it's what we call air pollution. A-I-R-P-O-L-L-U-T-I-O-N. Air pollution. But it's not only the air that can get polluted. Excellent, yes, remember water pollution too. When we've seen pictures of the rivers and the streams, and they looked very dirty, they were full of rubbish and things. And that's what we mean by water pollution. Water, T-E-R-M-O-L-L-U-T-I-O-N. Water pollution. And what's the main cause of water pollution? Things that we throw away. What should we put into bins? Trash or rubbish, yes. We should put trash or rubbish into bins. But that doesn't happen. What some people do is they'll just throw it on the floor. Then when the wind blows and moves the rubbish, it will end up in the water supply. And that's what causes water pollution. So we've got air pollution, water pollution, and trash or rubbish. Now, these are the two distinct types of changes to the natural environment that we might see. And notice how on this side, these are all natural. These are natural changes. These occur naturally. But on this side here, these are at the cause of human actions. So we can say here that these ones are man-made. And these are the two different types of changes to the natural environment that our students learnt about in the previous lesson. So very well done, guys. That was brilliant. And what we're going to do today is we're going to move on a step further. We're still looking at the changes to the natural environments, but now we're going to consider what changes they make and what effects they have. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at a PowerPoint presentation about the impacts of the changes to the natural environment. Now that we know more about the changes, what effects do they have and what do they cause us to have to do? So now it's time to turn our attention to the TV screen for our students to observe, listen to, and also practice speaking of the PowerPoint presentation. So let's all have a look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at today's PowerPoint presentation, impacts of changes to the natural environment. And here we can see an example of the natural environment. On the right-hand side, where it looks nice, we've got green fields and blue skies. But then, when that natural environment changes for the worse, you can see how there's no grass. All the land is dry and it's hard to grow anything. And look at the sky too, guys. Not blue skies anymore. We've got air pollution. So this is a pictorial representation of changes to the natural environment. Impacts of changes to the natural environment can happen in different ways. Just like we've seen with the changes to the natural environment happens in different ways, so can the impacts. The impact is another word for the effect. If there's a change, the change will have a knock-on effect. Something else will have to change. And that's what we mean by impact. However, these changes can be divided into three distinct categories. So let's take a look at the different categories, guys. The first one, impacts on man-made environments. Yes, And in the picture here, you can see a city. You can see lots of buildings. And these have all been man-made, not natural environment. This is a man-made environment where humans have made them. Earthquakes can cause destruction to roads and motorways. You see here, look at that road. Do you think you can drive on that road now? No, no way. It would be dangerous even to walk. And this is the kind of destruction that earthquakes can do. Very quickly, just a few seconds, they cause the earth to move. And then all roads and land will be broken. Heavy rains can cause landslides, which can cause destruction to buildings. Look at that building there. Is it standing up straight? No, the building has collapsed. Because what's happened there, there's been lots of rain in like maybe 1 hour, and all of the land has got that wet that the land has slided. The landslide has caused the building to collapse. They have lots of problems with landslides in India, because India has lots of people, and they have to build buildings on land that isn't safe. And you can see what happens to some of them. And then volcanoes can erupt and cause entire villages to be evacuated. Yes, the word evacuated means everybody needs to leave. If Chiang Rai had a volcano and it erupted, everyone in Chiang Rai would have to leave. Maybe go to Chiang Mai or Phayao, because they're very dangerous. But luckily, we don't have any volcanoes here. But any place that has a volcano, if this happens, eruption, everybody has to leave. The second type of impact is impacts on quality of life. Yes. And quality of life means the way that we're allowed to enjoy our lives, but only if the environment is good. Too much smoke will cause the air to be polluted and damage our health. And you can see here, can you see a clear sky? Blue sky? No. Polluted sky. Air pollution causes the sky to be like that. Too many factories and too many cars. And then another way, too much traffic means the roads become blocked and we cannot go anywhere. Imagine being in one of these cars here. Imagine being in this car and then you had to get all the way down there. It would take many hours. Dumping waste in the water supply causes water pollution and makes it unsafe. Do you think that water's nice for swimming in? Not at all. But you can see somebody is. That's how some people have to live their lives. If they want to go swimming, they have to go swimming there. And that's not nice, not safe, and certainly not healthy. And the third and final type of impacts are impacts on economic development. Yes, and what that means, economic development, means making money. What costs to make and what prices have to be sold. Money has to be spent on repairing a polluted river to clean the water supply. Yes, if the water supply gets really dirty and polluted, they have to use machines like this. And what happens is as the water comes up to it, any rubbish or any dirty parts of the water get blocked, and all that comes through is the clean water. So this cleans the water supply, but very expensive, costs lots of money. Deforestation means the land will become bare and no crops can be grown and sold. Like you can see here. Can you see many trees? No, they've all been cleared. Deforestation. So these people can't grow any fruits or vegetables, and they can't sell them at the market. So these people who used to make money by growing crops like bananas or apples, they can't do it anymore because they've no trees left to grow. And finally, the cost of growing crops becomes higher. And this means they cost more to buy. Yes, if the crops cost more to make, when they've been grown, they will then cost more to buy because the knock-on effect of the money has to be met at the retail price. And there's some of the different impacts of changes to the natural environment. Any questions, guys? That was brilliant. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so that they can learn about the different impacts to the changes to the natural environment. And there are 3 different ways that we're going to be using and studying in our flashcards exercise coming up. But before then, guys, it's time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we'll have a game of teacher says. So listen carefully. If teacher says, we can do. If teacher doesn't say, we won't do. Okay? So teacher says, arms in the air. Arms down. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, jogging on the spot. Stop. Teacher says, jogging on the spot. And teacher says, jogging on the spot and turning round. And teacher says, turn back the other way. Teacher says, arms in the air. Teacher says, arms side to side. Teacher says, arms forwards and backwards. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, touch your nose. Touch your ear. Teacher says, touch your ear. Teacher says, stand on one leg. Teacher says, swap arms. Swap legs. Teacher says, swap legs. Swap arms again. Teacher says, stand up straight. Teacher says, arms by your sides. Now into a ball. Teacher says, down into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teacher says, jump. Excellent, guys. Teacher says, please sit down. So now we're going to do a flashcards exercise for our students to understand more about, ready guys, impacts of changes to the natural environment. And what that means is the way that the changes affect our lives and how we have to react and do different things. So what we're going to do now is we're going to explore the 3 different categories that we learned about in the PowerPoint presentation. So the first one was man-made, okay? The first impacts was to the man-made environments. So M-A-N, made environments. All together, guys. Man-made environments. So that is the first category. The second one, quality of life. Yes, so when we're looking at the different impacts, we're going to try and group them into different categories. And the third and final category was economic development. So now we've got our impacts and we've got our 3 different changes. Let's say them together. Man-made environments, quality of life, economic development. So what we want our students to do, after we give them a flashcard, we want them to bring it forward, present it to class, and then we have to decide which of the categories the impact belongs in, and then have them write the impact underneath the flashcard on the board. So teachers, you need to print off the flashcards for this lesson and prepare the board just like I've done behind me. And now it's time for our first flashcard. So let's see who can go first. And the first flashcards will go to Net. So Net, come and join me at the front. Okay, so let's have a look at Net's flashcard. And what can we see here, guys? What type of impact can we see? Water pollution, well done. Now let's see, do we think water pollution will affect economic development, man-made environments, or possibly quality of life? If the water is polluted, will that affect our lives? Yes. So we can put water pollution as an impact on quality of life. So Net, you can find a place for your flashcard, and then we can help Net to write water pollution. W-A-T-E-R. And pollution, P-O-L-L-U-T-I-O-N. U-T-I-O-N. And then W-A-T, water. Excellent, Net. So together, guys, we can all say water pollution. Net, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Net, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom now. You can pause the video and do the same activity with your own students for the next 15 minutes or so. And remember to choose a different student each time and then have them all practice speaking together. And we're going to carry on playing here now. So let's see who can go next. Who can we have next? Bangpon, come and join me at the front. So let's have a look at Bangpon's flashcards. And what can we see here, guys? Can we see any crops being grown? No. So we can say no crops. Now, if there are no crops to buy or to sell, where do we think that will have an impact? Quality of life is one, or we could say economic development, because no crops can be bought or sold. So Bangpon, you can place your flashcard into economic development and you can write the phrase no crops. Because remember, deforestation causes no crops. C-R-O-P-S. Excellent. And all together, guys, we can say no crops. Excellent, Pang Pong. Big round of applause for Pang Pong, please, guys. And now for our next flashcard. Let's see, next we've got Nadia. Come and join me at the front. What can we see in Nadia's flashcard? Air pollution. Now, air pollution will definitely affect quality of life. Correct, guys. Well done. So, Nadia, can you write the phrase air pollution? A-I-R. A-I-R. And pollution, P-O-L-L-U-T-I-O-N. Excellent, Nadia. Very well written. So we can say together, air pollution. Air pollution. Brilliant, Nadia. Big round of applause for Nadia, please, guys. And now, on to our next flashcard. And now, time for Dan to bring her flashcard to the front of class. So let's have a look at Dan's flashcard, guys. Now this time, we can see crops. So it's not that no crops are being grown, but when we have to use more money, that will affect crop prices. The prices of crops will go up. So what category or what impact do we think that will have, guys? Economic development. Excellent, Pak Bung. The crop prices will affect economic development. So Dan, you can stick your flashcard in there, and then we can help Dan to write the phrase crop prices. C-R-O-P. And prices, P-R-I-C-E-S. E-S. Brilliant. Yes. Because if we have to use more equipment, crop prices will go up. So we can say together, guys, crop prices. Dan, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Dan, please, guys. And there's still a few flashcards to go, so let's keep going. And now it's time for Pat to come and join us. Okay, so what can you see in the picture? We can see water, excellent. But after water has been polluted, we need to do something called cleaning or repairing. But that costs a lot of money. It's not free. So what type of impact will that have? Economic development once again, yes. So Pat, you can place your flashcards in the space, and then we can help Pat to write the phrase water cleaning. So water, W-A-T-E-R, and then cleaning, C-L-E-A-N-I-N-G. That's brilliant, Pat. Very well written. So together we can say, guys, water cleaning. And a big round of applause for Pat. Well done, Pat. And on to our next flashcard. Now for Pak Bung. So what can we see on Pak Bung's flashcard? A volcano. So what will happen, guys, if a volcano erupts? Do we have to leave quickly? Yes. The village will be evacuated, and that's an example of a man-made environment. The village will be evacuated. So Pak Bung, you can say village, V-I-L-L-A-G-E, I, L, L, A, G, E. And evacuated, which means to leave quickly, E, V, A, C, U, T, I, O, N. A village evacuation. Excellent, Pak Bung. So we can say together, guys, village evacuation. And a big round of applause for Pak Bung. Let's see who can do the next one. I know, Preo. So come and join me at the front of class. Now what can we see here, guys? We can see damaged buildings. Remember, the landslide has caused damaged buildings. Another example of man-made environment. So Preo, you can place your flashcards into the man-made environments and write damaged, A, M, A, G, E, D. And buildings, B, U, I, L. D, I, N, G, S. Damaged buildings. That's brilliant, very well written. So can we say together, guys, damaged buildings. You can see the impact it'll have on man-made environments. Preo, that was excellent. Big round of applause for Preo, please, guys. And still a few flashcards left, so let's see who's next. And now, Lakgao. Come and join me at the front. And what can we see on Lakgao's flashcard? There's been an earthquake and damaged roads. Yet this time, not damaged buildings, damaged roads, which is another example of man-made environments. So Lakgao, you can place your flashcard in the section there, and you can write damaged roads. So damaged, D, A, M, A, G, E, D. And roads, R, O, A, D, S. Brilliant, Lakgao. So together we can say damaged roads. Lakgao, that was excellent. Big round of applause for Lakgao, please, guys. One more flashcard to go for our final student. So Chu, come and join me at the front of class. So what can we see on Chu's flashcard? Lots of cars means traffic jam. Now what do we think? Do we think traffic jam will affect our quality of life? Correct. So Chu, we have a space just here for the traffic jam. And we can have Chu spell traffic jam together. R, A, F, F, I, C. And then jam, which means lots of cars together, J, J, A, M. Brilliant, Chu. Very well done. So together we can say traffic jam. Excellent, Chu. Big round of applause for Chu, please, guys. So now our students have correctly sorted the different situations into the correct impacts. So let's practice saying them one more time. We've got the man-made environments, village, evacuation, damaged buildings, and damaged roads, quality of life, traffic jam, air pollution, and water pollution. And then economic development, no crops, crop prices will go up, and water cleaning. And they're the different impacts of changes to the natural environment. Guys, that was brilliant. Very well done. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure every student in your class gets their own worksheet. And what we've got today is we've got a worksheet exercise that involves the 3 different types of impacts to changes of the natural environment, just like we've done with our flashcards exercise. So our students have to read the different situations and write them according to the correct impacts. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Names on top first, yes. So Net, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. You're welcome. Nadia, for you. You're welcome. Down for you. Chew for you. You're welcome. Down for you. You're welcome. Prau, here's yours. You're welcome. Black out for you. You're welcome. And Bang One, you're welcome. So names on top first, guys. And then most of the vocabulary we've looked at already, but there's 1 or 2 others that you haven't. So see if we can get them together. So repairing water supply, what type of impact will that have? Not quite. Repairing the water supply and water cleaning, economic development. It costs money to clean the water or the water supply. So have a read of the vocabulary, guys, each one, and then sort them into the correct categories. So number 1, well done, Pak Bung. Repairing water supply. Now earthquakes. You can see an earthquake on the board. What does it do? The earthquake damaged the roads. So we can say that is man-made. Yes. Earthquakes will damage the man-made environments. Excellent, Nadia, well done. And you only need each word once, guys, so after you've got it, if you want, you can cross it out. And water pollution will affect if we can't go swimming, if our water is dirty. Quality of life, correct. Heavy rain. Heavy rain is another thing that will cause damaged buildings, heavy rain and landslides, man-made environments. And if you need any help, guys, let me know. Nadia? So traffic jams. If we have to sit in the car in traffic all day, what will that affect? Quality of life. Traffic jams will affect quality of life. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet exercise, where they had to look at the different vocabulary contained in the vocabulary box and work out the different situations into the 3 different impacts of changes to the natural environment. My students here all did an excellent job, so very well done, guys. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope that you've enjoyed the lesson and found it interesting and now understand about the 3 different categories of impacts. We've got man-made environmental impacts, changes to quality of life, and also economic development. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.